Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of Major League Baseball. Justin Ruggiano swings at the first pitch from Steven Matz and fouls it away.
Never thought of Franklin as a truck guy. But
no, well, some of these guys surprise you. Terry Collins talking earlier today about the, I guess, the system for New York Mets pitchers and how they try to bring them along. And they say it's a lot of what Ray Miller used to teach. Work fast, change speeds, strike one, and boy, you're seeing that with Steven Matz tonight.
Well, I think that, you know, to have this many talented arms and to develop them so when they get here, they show the poise that they've shown in this postseason so far has been pretty remarkable.
Ruggiano waiting on a 1-2. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I love the conversation about fastball command.
Yeah.
You know, teaching guys with good arms how to command that on each side of the plate, up and down, instead of trying to make them have 2 seamers or cutters. Take their skill or their God-given talent, the fastball, and learn how to use it.
Keep it simple. I mean, don't make it so complicated. Guys who throw 95 plus, if they can control it on both sides of the plate, that's enough, and they can move on from there.
The 2-2. And he threw it past Ruggiano for the first out.
We've seen it now on 3 or 4 different occasions with Matz the first time through this lineup.
That's a wonderful example of the high fastball that you can throw by him. You don't have to waste it up around the letters or go too high. There is a risk of making a mistake too low, but if you have confidence in putting it right there, it's very difficult to hit.
Ball and a strike to Clayton Kershaw, who can handle the bat for a pitcher. Knocked in a couple of runs this year. 9 hits and 71 trips. He was 0 for 2 in game 1. Oh, how do you do? 1 and 2.
So now he knows what everybody else feels like when he drops the hook on
There
it.
you go.
That's a good pitch to come back with. Once you buckle him and make him aware of that, the fastball in the outside corner looks a mile away.
Just got a piece. And then it got a piece of Darno back there too. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Matz is the 3rd pitcher in history to start a postseason game with no career losses. 4-0 this summer.
Man, is he working fast. And look at Kershaw dumping one in the left for the first Dodger hit. Wide turn by Kershaw. And he's on with 1 out.
You know, pitch selection comes from reading what happens in the previous pitch. He was so late on the fastball away, barely fouled off. You don't want to bring a slower speed pitch back to him. We can get the bat head to it. But a nice piece of hitting, though. Stood right in there, pushed to the left center field.
Started Hernandez with a change. He was way out in front, 0-1. He struck Hernandez out as he led off the game.
Well, Don Mattingly has talked about Kike Hernandez, said someday he believes he's going to be an everyday player, not a guy who just plays in different positions. 423 against left-handed pitching this season.
The kid's got some savvy. Back-to-back change-ups, and he's ahead 0-2.
You know, in this game, you can be an everyday player and play a lot of positions. I think Tony Phillips made that popular years ago, played a lot of positions very well.
Zobrist now.
Kershaw, short lead at first. Tap towards second. Murphy goes to second. They get 1. Not a double play ball. And that's 2 down.
I can't help but think of the pickoff play over with the left-hander. In the next series we'll have one that has trouble throwing over at first base. And that'll be a story.
Hernandez, big lead at first. And Kendrick takes the curveball over for a strike, 0-1.
Although the last time we did a Cubs game with Lester did pick off a runner over at first base. Might be getting more comfortable with that.
No balls and 2 strikes. Kendrick homered in game 3 as the Dodgers tried to narrow that gap. Just did get over. They had to review it, make sure there wasn't fan interference. Still, the Dodgers lost that one 13-7. 0-2 pitch. Dangerous at any count, but protects with 2.
Well, Matz has not shown much of a move to first base. Count 1-2, maybe anticipating a breaking ball. Hernandez could try to swipe one. He's got a big lead.
Many times you'll take a chance with 2 strikes on the hitter, especially with Kendrick.
There he goes, rounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Hernandez will hold at third. They're at the corners with 2 down. Adrian Gonzalez has 4 runs batted in this series, all with 2 out. 2 down, runners at first and third in a scoreless game as we play in the 3rd. That's a dangerous hitter right here.
I always like thinking with Adrian Gonzalez. Got jammed the first time up on a fastball. Didn't expect it to be in there that quick. Jam ground ball, broke his bat.
Little looper into center. That's going to fall for a hit, and the Dodgers are on the board. Dodgers have the lead, and here is Justin Turner. Takes outside, 1-0.
Well, his 7th start now is a postseason start for Matz. Terry Collins said before the game, in all of his starts, he's been able to limit the damage. Needs to limit it here.
That's a good point. Young pitchers tend to make the inning go a little longer. And the veteran pitchers understand how to say, okay, 1 is not a bad thing on the board. We're still in the game. They try to make the perfect, young guys try to make the perfect pitch, fall behind 2-0, and now they got to come into a hot hitter.
Lined, fair ball down the line and left. That's going to score 1 run. That's going to score 2 runs because here comes Gonzalez as Cespedes had trouble with it in left field. And it is a 3-0 Dodger lead. Clayton Kershaw singled, was forced at second on the fielder's choice by Hernandez, and then 3 straight hits. Kendrick, Gonzalez, and Turner, and it's a 3-0 game. Here's Corey Seager.
Lost in that game yesterday where 20 runs were scored. Mets scored 13, but the Dodgers added 7. So they found their offensive shoes also.
Remember, also in that game, as you see the action, Eric Goodell and Bartolo Colon loosening in the Mets bullpen. Dodgers jumped out 3-0. And Mets answered with 4 of their own. This is going to wrap it up. But a productive inning for the Dodgers, who must win. Down 2-1 in the best of 5. They scored 3 here in the 3rd.